Sentimental update for the quasidb service for the 12th of January. S&P chart MR1 3790.1, and check your ATR values as well, the average true range. We are bullish on the sentiment on the risk calculation, so that is definitely worth bearing in mind, and it's actually quite strongly buy as well. If we look at the FXCM clients, then they're really quite going short. Moving average is ascending, and the VIX is slightly lower than yesterday as well. So it's worth keeping an eye on your risk off, especially for the signals and your trades. Gold, the SLC above is 1867, and it just coincides with the ATR top, which is interesting, and hasn't got an SLC below. It's probably very, very far away. We are still at the high level, and it's them guys going long, which we saw there. We saw quite a big move on that, so that we saw a reflection of that. So it's quite a big move. It's $133 on that move. So, but it is currently sideways from here onwards. I mean, they're going slightly short, so it could come up. Monthly pivot's 1858. Tricky. The sentiment has been all over the shop today. They were saying it's to do with the rebalancing of portfolios, so it could be that like the big sharks, they want to have some position on gold, and if so, it's going to override the sentiment. Then they're just going to buy it or sell it, and so just so that it can fit their profile and their portfolio. So it might overrule the sentiment, some of these pairs that we're seeing, and some of that dollar weakness as well. So this could potentially come up, and it might just ignore the sentiment. AJ, 81 and 79.84, pretty choppy. Moving averages weak on the small time frames, and your monthly resistance one is 80.67, sorry. So if we get some candles below and it holds below, it could be a good stop loss, but we are buy at the high level, don't forget. AU, this was your stop loss cluster. I was saying how all these dollar pairs got their stop loss clusters taken. So that was the old one. The one below is 76.60. Go to the hour, we can find it. There's your stop loss cluster at 77.86. Okay, so it's not too far away. We are buy at the high level, remember, and it's looking like they're selling it as well on the average line. EA, 158.94. Likewise with gold. Hasn't got a stop loss cluster below, which is kind of strange. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother reporting that on the spreadsheet. It's not worth doing it. It could be miles down below, but it won't be relevant. And it's them guys going long, so we can come down. We are still at the high level. EU, now this was the old stop loss cluster. One below is 121.25. We go to the hour, and we can find the stop loss cluster, and it's above your ATR value at 122.20. So we're 13 pips away from getting that liquidity. Check your moving averages. It is a buy at the high level, so don't be surprised it is coming up. And that's them guys selling it. So we got the signal from the MyFX book, so the them going long, so it therefore becomes a sell. But if they sell it, it becomes a buy. So it's really very choppy, just in this short space of time. Long and then short, so it goes down and up. It does the mirror image of what the retail herd are doing. So very undecided. I think there's some lots of money affecting the choppiness, because it's never, the bubbles are never this erratic. It's just very, very unusual. GU, the one above was 136.43. The one below is 135.63. H1, and the one above is very close at 136.71, so we're 10 pips away from grabbing that. Note how many stops it got taken on the way, just big chunks, and so eventually they'll give up, and when they give up then we'll come down, and that's tomorrow's high. That's the potential. That's where we're going to get tomorrow. So don't be short this pair, because you are a buy at the high level, and it's them guys selling it in quite a big way. We could potentially come up here 138.08, because this is your ATR value, and we could potentially come down to here. So it all depends on the risk off, risk on. We had a risk on day, so therefore we come up. And you, now this is another stop loss cluster got taken, so we go to the hour. One above is quite far away at 72.62. One below is 71.39. It's a buy, like all the other ones. Take these guys off. So yeah, I mean they're selling it a little bit, so we can come up. So we'll probably get that stop loss cluster. What depends if they do. If they hold on to that bias, we'll come up. So do be careful. We've got quite a lot of volatility now on some of these pairs. They're quite wide, these ATR values. Euro yen. These tight stop loss clusters, they're very close. I'll probably even trigger them both tomorrow. You don't know. We are a buy, so we should probably go up to get that one, but this one is large of the two, so it could come down and grab that afterwards. So it could just be a horrible week. One below is 126.45, 126.87. Pound yen 142.16, 141.50. So I'm selling it, so we come up. So yeah, it's just it's quite cruel. But then we chopped on the 50% line, crossed it, so we actually became a buy here. So 140 pips away, so after crossing the 50% line. So, and your next level of resistance is 142.57. Be careful. Dollar yen 104.40. And it was 103.98. We go to the hour, get the stop loss cluster, and the one below is below monthly pivot at 103.59. There's your monthly pivot. So if we cross below, it's got a bearish bias for the rest of the month, so it's going to hurt the dollar. Dollar CAD, another stop loss cluster, huge liquidity got taken. Check your moving averages, check your signal, check your sentiment. It's all saying sell. Go to the hour. And the one below is 126.78. One above is 127.96. So looks like they're going long, which we saw in the price. And so it's very cruel. Keep an eye on your risk on, risk off. And dollar Swiss SLC is 89.25, and their stop loss cluster was 88.75, and it is now very far away at 88.13. So the stops were taken, the size has got a little bit smaller, but we could potentially come down, and these guys need to get punished. They have to get flushed out because it's just really skewed for ages. And there's your potential ATR candidate as well. So there's like a bit of a confluence here. So that's 88.14 is 88.10. And then that might just freak them out enough to finally bail and it jump ship. And once they do, then we can rally. And so that's just a summary of today. And I said I was going to do the FX expiry video, so I will definitely do that tomorrow. And I'll do like a doodly illustration on that. So that would be cool. And hope you have a good day, evening, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.